24-foot rear kitchen, super lightweight Surveyor here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. And lightweight's what Surveyor's always been about. Real quick, before we get too far along, we represent our inventory fairly and honestly. There has been some water penetration in this RV, specifically primarily up in this area here. I don't know if maybe a door seam has failed, but there is a soft spot with some water stain on the floor up front. There is a little soft spot by the rear door as well. I think that just simply may be wear and tear though. This was made before a lot of your laminated stuff was fully reinforced in aluminum perimeter. It was just a flat laminated deck, and unfortunately some of that breakdown over time tended to occur when things were not reinforced. Again, you know, if some water penetration here or there is a disqualifier for you, not a problem. We understand that. That's why we go ahead and show you that right away. We don't hide stuff like that here at Haylett's. Keep in mind though, we went out of our way to tell you about that. You know, looking at this camper in a couple pictures, you never would have known. We could have easily said, no, just come in and look at it. And then, you know, and then you find the big bomb. The bomb goes off and you get surprised by it. That's not how we sell here. So, you know, keep in mind that if you see something else that we have here used, you know that we're going to treat you fair on it. The awning on this is about as big as it could get. It's roughly an 18-foot awning. Give or take a little bit here, and it covers both entry doors, which is nice. That's actually a cool part about this floor plan. It doesn't have to have two entry doors. It's small enough it's not required by fire code. They put that in there for user convenience. You know, it's in, and let's look at the spot by the door here. I'm gonna hop in and close the door. So back here on the floor, it is a little bit soft right here, although I mean, it's not like you're going to go through the floor or anything like that. You saw I stomped on it pretty good. My estimation is that this wall may actually be placed just outside of the outrigger, which is the support that goes under the wall. Unfortunately, campers used to be built like that from time to time. So I guess what I'm getting at is, I don't know that I'd want to hook up to this and haul it all over the nation and spend 400 days in it every year. Not that that's possible, but anyway. If you're going to take little local camping trips, it's fine, you know. There is a little bit of water staining right here, and I can only imagine it's from the sink because this is all super solid, so I really don't know, unless maybe the door got left open in the rain once. I'm not sure, but I would imagine you'd see more water damage if that were the case. So not sure what that is, but it's not a big deal. It's just a little peeling piece of wallpaper. You don't like it, we'll take it off, not a problem. I do like the very light colors in here. Now, you've seen me pounding on the walls and whatnot. This whole RV is fully laminated. Front, rear walls, side walls, floor, even, you know, the roof. This thing has a rock solid walk-on roof. You can get up there and easily maintain this camper. You've got great storage, you know, for a 24-foot little camper, a perfect little couples coach. You got great storage. Your upholsteries and whatnot are looking fantastic, you know. They really did not wear this thing out. As far as I can tell, whoever owned this, my guess is one set of folks owned it for quite a while. They got a lot of use out of it, but they spent most of their time outside. Now, right here, you can kind of see, you'll see a couple spots like this, where this linoleum floor had, unfortunately, split. So they put a little seam tape on there, and it's not fancy looking, but it gets the job done. You know, old linoleum floors, if they got really cold, they would split. That's just what they did. Now, right here, this is where there has obviously been, you can see the change in coloration on the floor right here. There has obviously been some water around here, and it's soft, but it holds my weight. It's really not soft at all until you get over by the side here. So I'm going to guess that there was a wall seam failure, because this wall, still super solid. It was just the floor that got to. So keep that in mind. You know, again, we go out of our way to show you that stuff. We don't hide anything. We want you to understand exactly what you're looking to invest your money in. Good storage here. Again, I really like this space right here. You just have a giant monster wardrobe closet right here. And now in the floor area, this is kind of cool. Not only do you have this big storage thing here, but you have these little pull-out tubs. And those things are actually starting to make a little bit of a comeback. You're starting to see those grow in popularity rather than shrink. Spinning around the other way, again, just want to point out this giant closet. It almost looks out of place in here because it's so large compared to everything else. One room cabin, so they did not need to centralize the air. Not to mention this is only about a 24-foot living space, so that's going to handle just fine. The sofa is a full-length sofa. A lot of lightweights will shrink the sofa down. Both your sofa and your dinette can fold into sleeping spaces as required. And I like the light colors. Now, seeing owner's manuals is usually a good indicator to me that folks tried to take care of their stuff. They kept everything in the right place. Things like that water damage on the floor back there, it's entirely possible that's something that happened in like a spring thaw and they weren't aware of it. Unfortunately, you know, you don't tend to check your... Oops, I wasn't watching the camera there. You don't tend to keep your eyes on your camper while it's in storage. So if you do have any kind of seam failure, like even the very beginnings of a little one coming into the winter season, you don't notice it until it's time to pick your camper up, and often by then it's just way too late. Bigger Max Air fan here. Now notice too how clean this is. Once again, it's another indicator to me that they just really did not use the interior of their camper beyond just sleeping and maybe a quick meal here and there. Because I mean, none of these fixtures look like they're used, although there is a little bit more of that discoloration on the floor back here, which says at some point there was a bit of water back in this area. Don't know how or where that came from, but again, this is all still very solid, so I'm not super worried about that. But you know, definitely, I guess the best thing you can walk away from this video is remember that we represent our inventory honestly. Remember that we're a fair place to work with. We price our stuff accordingly. We know this is not in perfect shape. That's why we're putting this out to you. But we make that aware, you know, we make that known to you so you can make an educated decision. Anytime you're looking at a camper with this kind of history, you have to come see it in person. Give us a call and say, is it still there? Can I come see it? And then come look at it, you know. Once you're here, once you can see it for yourself, then you can make decisions. You know, this video is here to give you an idea. And, you know, hopefully from that, you know, we've earned a phone call from you. And if not, I understand. Take a peek at our other inventory and know that we've represented it fairly. So 800-256-5196. Haylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Stay safe. Happy camping.